I wanted to do that.
Welcome to Drive Time University. I'm your host, Victor Milborn, in my studio, aka the Acura, and now another fucking course.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Let it loose.
Hey, all right, so here's, last time I did a video was at a speech I did for Wilmington Investors Network. And I talked about finding a business in your business. Thanks for turning down the music, but I don't care. People hear that we listen to hip hop, particularly old school. So check it out. So I talked about finding a business in your business. I gave some examples, but I wanted to give a real life example. All right. And so here's what I mean. A friend of mine, her son turned 13 years old, and she wanted to create. Most people give their kids birthday parties, right?
Right.
But what she wanted to do is she wanted to give her son a life memory.
Yeah, in other experience.
Words, the memory of, one of those things that when you're 40 years old, you look back and you say, you know what?
That's what kicked it off.
Yeah, I was, this is what happened when I was 13. Right? And so her son plays piano. So the question was, how do we create this life memory for him? So here's the example of finding a business in their business. Now, unfortunately, this business owner is probably not going to see this video and not going to take example of this, of what we're talking about. But to give you an example, this business, which generally is a starving business, in other words, these businesses are going out of business
left and
typically.
Because everybody's doing their own.
Well, yeah, because everybody's doing their own. I'll explain what I mean in a minute. I'm going here, but never mind. Sorry about that interruption, guys, but I'm trying to drive and talk. But here's the point. So this is a recording studio. So what my friend decided to do was, we got some of her son's friends that played instruments. We got a professional sound engineer and a professional bassist, and we took them into the recording studio, and the owner of the recording studio provided the studio, and we got catering, etc. Now think about this. Recording studios are going out of business like water. I mean, if you can find one.
Right, because the equipment is becoming cheaper, and it's easier to do it your own. Everybody's going to do it yourself.
All of that. Everybody does it themselves. There's no reason to. So the owner of this recording studio spent a lot of money to build a recording studio in a business where recording studios are going out of business. So he needed to find the business in his business.
A niche.
There you go, a niche. So we had the birthday party there. There's actually video of the birthday party up on Facebook. But we had the birthday party, and the guy charged us $700. But he did not take advantage of that, Vic. He wasn't there to make his own video to talk about. Now, mind you, they live in a relatively wealthy community. All of the parents whose kids came to the recording studio birthday party were overwhelmed with the idea. Imagine if this guy
came there, introduced himself to all the parents, gave out flyers, and marketed to everybody there.
There you go. And
gave them a free trip. Like, come 10 times, I'll give you one free, something like that.
And marketed to schools that have music programs.
Right.
At $700 per party, and actually I would have raised the price because it's a very wealthy San Francisco community. I'd have raised the price to $1,000 or $2,000 damn near. But imagine that every week this dude could have $2,000 or $1,000 cash flow that he never planned for.
Yup, bankable. Because once somebody starts going to the studio, it's an addictive process. You have to go.
Well, no, I mean, just think about it. You only need 52 kids to fill up a year.
Wow.
At $1,000 a pop. And that's $52,000.
And there's his current bank and future bank sitting in the studio. They didn't walk up.
Didn't take advantage of it. That's an example of finding a business in a business.
So that was $350,000 a year he just let walk out of his business.
$52,000. If he only did if he did one kid a week, $52,000.
Wow.
So here's the point. 2 points, actually. One is there's always a business in a business. Always. There's always some widget or niche that you can find. One. And two is I've decided to take on coaching clients. So if you're interested in hearing more about the strategies that I use, in order to help build businesses, then there's a little form down there. Just complete it. I'm only taking a few clients, and we can get the process started. So, once again, thanks so much. This is what we call this, man?
I guess we call it Drive Time University.
Drive Time University. That's pretty dope. This is Dwight Miller, Drive Time
Victor
University.
Milbourne.
Victor Milbourne.
See you later.
See you later.